Hello guys, this is Hanyu. This is my submission for the YouTube Tryout lab. Um, Today I'm going to show you how to actually changing the memory values of the game. Somehow it's like how you can hack in the game. It is only valid in the console games or the Steam games. It is not valid through the internet games. Since for internet games, you're always connected to the backend servers, which they can always check if you hack the game or not. So this is only valid for the console games. All right. So the games I'm gonna give the example is called Insani Aquarium Deluxe. This is one of my favorite games when I was a child in China, back to China. Basically, it is just a game you are feeding. Okay, actually, let's restart the levels here. Choosing your pet and start. You're just feeding your fish, and when they're not growing up, they will give you money. And using that money, you can buy some items, buy the fishing foods, or like you can buy another fish. Yeah, see, it spawned the money now, and we're just collecting the money and feeding them again, feeding them, and basically that's the game. And when you buy the last item here, you actually pass the level. All right. I'll show you how actually I can hack in this game by the cheat engine. And for the cheat engine, it is a tool to finding and mapping out the memories you're looking for, and you can change in the value in that memory, so that you can change the value of the games. So the first step is you open the process for the game. So we can see here we have a lot of process like Chrome, the command prompt, and all those. But we're looking for the game one. It's this one since the name is correct. All right. And the first thing is if we, okay, so the target value we are looking to change is the money value here. It's 360 here. So how we can change that? As we know, when we clicking the when we feeding the fish, it always costs me $5 to feeding them. So it's 375. If I click in here, it's go back to the 370. All right. So the first step is we're trying to find that 370 value in the game. Let's say so we're typing 370 here, and we click scan. All right. So the cheat engine find 52 memories that has the value 370. So the first value here is the memory address, and the second value here is the current value, and the third value here is previous value. Thus, we can see they are all black. If they are becoming red, that means the value was changed very recently. So let's see how it could change. So if the 370 is turned to the 400 now. So let's see here. Any value is changing. Yeah, so you can see the red values here are changed. So since our value is changed, so all those unchanged value, we are not looking for them since they are still 370. So let's come back to here, say current looking value is 400. Uh, but actually we can see here it's already has a memory address with the value 400, but the previous value is 370. So we're pretty confident this memory address is mapping to the money value here. Let's see. So for those change values, since their value is 626, which is not matching to the number here, so we are not looking for them. So I'm pretty confident this value will be the memory address for the money. So it's OD259,790. Let's see. So we change the value 400 here and click the next scan. For the next scan, it will finding all the values from these 52 values to find the next 400 values. And the new scan, it will checking the whole program and finding the values you inputted. Okay, so next thing we can see here, we only found one values here. It's not changing anymore. It is OD259790. And let's confirm it. So we click again. It's changed to the. So we just make some random operations here. As we can see, whenever this value changed, the value here changed accordingly. So it's 480. We can see it's 480. We click something, it's 70, 700, 745 is 745. So I'm very sure this value is the value we're looking for. So we can change this value to something like 99999. Okay. And I go back to the game. It comes back to the 99999. So that's pretty good. That means we are finding the values. Oops. I think the aliens. Oh man, you killed my fish. Yeah, that's the one of the funny part for the game. We need to beat those aliens. All right, come back to the game. It's what is this? It's 100,300. So it's mapping to this value, which is good. But somehow, if we like this, if we're buying some crazy things, it actually spend our money, and we're 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 not actually able to do something. So our money is getting lower. How we actually can setting a constant value here, like not letting the money goes down. We only need to check the box here, active. That means your money will always keeping. Let's make something 9999, like say 9,099. Okay, and I go back to 9,000. If we spend the money, it's it's 9994. Why is that? It's because we're setting the value to the 9,099 dollars. If we feed in the fish, it'll spend $5, which go back to the 9,000 and 9,000 and 994, 9,099, 9,994. So whenever we click it, it's go back to the maybe 10,000, but we spend it, it go back to the 9,994. So it will never, so whenever how we spending the money, it will never goes down, which you are successfully hacking the game and the alien do whatever you like, because I'm the richest guy in the game. Kill my fish. I have infinity fish. Alright, so pretty much that's it. It is not valid through the internet games, since we're always sending the request to their backend. So we are not able to change the value for their backend. Even if you are able to do that, it is illegal. So you are not suggested to do so. Only for those simple console games, you feel free to do this. And I believe it is also good for you understanding of the back of the bottom tech uh, um, tech stack for the computer science. All right, that's all for the for my YouTube lab. I have two another teammates will introduce their uh, YouTube videos. Please check out. Thank you.
Is Ruturaj Navle. My team members are Roshan Joxi, Kawan Soni, and Han Yu. So yeah, I'll be talking about Lionel Messi since he's my favorite player. So yeah, this article is all about why Lionel Messi is the greatest footballer of all time. So like he's been compared with Ronaldo from the last 13 years. Both of them are great, but yeah, I personally love the way Messi plays, his dribbling skills, and the way he makes the passes between his teammates and makes gameplays is just lovely to watch. The way he passes to the defenders and boom, scores the goal is sight to watch really. And he's been compared to other great players like Ronaldo, Zidane as well. And yeah, he's won 7 Ballon d'Ors now, which is the highest that anyone has. 6 Ballon d'Ors. So, like he has transcended football when it comes to position of the pitch. He played with Ronaldo Xavi back in his Barcelona days. He currently plays for PSG. Yeah, MSM and Barcelona though. And yeah, he's been referred with the GOAT status. There's always this Ronaldo versus Messi debate. When we compare the stats of Messi and Ronaldo, statistically, Messi has 707 goals versus Ronaldo's 742. But Messi has played 142 less matches than him, and assist-wise, Messi has certainly scored more uh, assists. So that's why it's, I believe, a better uh, teammate. And yeah, these are the Champions Leagues cups that are uh, there, the trophies, greatest two players here. So when we talk about Cristiano, his goal scoring ability is really uh, the greatest that can be certainly said. He is the best striker of all time. But as a football player, I really, uh, as an overall football player, uh, with respect to the skills and the way he makes the game, uh, I really appreciate the way Lionel Messi plays. And yeah, so CR7 is obviously the main thread. Yeah, like this basically talks about how CR7 is a good striker. Mm, and his dribbling skill is also underrated. He does dribble good as well, but when compared to Messi, it's just like no one is even close to Messi's dribbling skills. So after like both of these players are not in the uh, previous teams. Ronaldo was in Real Madrid, then he moved to Juventus, and now he plays for Manchester United. Messi has moved to PSG. So yeah, both of these players are not in their best teams, but yeah, that's just let's just say um, the era is coming to an end, really, which is sad for football fans. Yeah, this also talks about the dribbling skills of Messi, which are really spectacular to watch. And yeah, so this is a picture of Ronaldo now and Messi back in his earlier Barcelona days. Ronaldo now has been a good mentor for Messi in his early stage of career. These are some lovely pics of the two greatest players of all time. So yeah, that's all. Uh, we'll be seeing these two players, greatest players, play for the Qatar World Cup the very last time, which is kind of emotional for all the football fans. So let's hope one of them really wins the World Cup for their country. So yeah, that's all from my side.
Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about DDoS attack, also known as distributed denial of service. DDoS is a type of DOS attack where the multiple compromised systems, which are usually infected with a Trojan, are used to target a single system, causing a denial of service attack. Victims of DDoS attack consist of both and targeted system and all system malicious used and controlled by the hacker in the distributed attack. The malicious hacker does this by commanding a fleet of remotely controlled compromise to send a flood of network traffic to the target. The target becomes so busy dealing with the attacker's request that it doesn't have time to respond to legitimate user requests. That can be cause the target system to stop responding, resulting in longer delay and outages. DDoSer can do lot of damage. The denial of service attacks are called distributed because they comes from many computers at once. The DDoSer control a large number of computers that have been infected by a Trojan virus. The virus infected computers are called zombies because they do whatever the DDoSer commands them to do. The large group of zombies computers is called robots network or botnet. There are many types of DDoS attack. They target different network components like router, appliance, firewalls, applications, ISPs, even data center in different way. DDoS attackers use a varieties of DDoS attack methods. The malicious hacker group Anonymous, for example, started with a tool that could launch layer 7 DDoS attacks and layer 3 DDoS attack from any computer. Now let's begin to our practical. In this video I am going to discuss how to perform DDoS. First we have to download a slow Loris script from below link. You can see here, just save this link as, but I'll already downloaded here. You can see on my desktop. Slow Loris is a script having many options you can use with it. Maybe you want to set a port Loris to flooding to. So I just go to desktop. Now run our script. First of all we need to make it executable. So and now you can see here, now it's become executable. So slowloris.pl and dash dns, your target IP 192.168 or your target server address, or you can type here your target website that is vulnerable for DOS. So 192.168.1.131, and I want to set port number 80 and press enter, and that way you can perform DDoS. And you can see here Sloris has sent 1213 package successfully. Your target sleeping for 100 seconds. I just pause this attack. Maybe you want to add the number of socket you want to open. The more is the better. So Sloris dash DNS and our target and dash num option with 2000 and press enter, and you can see same, type the same command, and you can see here we perform successfully DDoS. We have lots of connection with our target. Just stop this. Now let's attack some HTTPS. Sometimes it is damn more effective than HTTP. So we can also set dash HTTPS option with Sloris and press enter. You can use Sloris according to your need. So that's all about Sloris and DDoS.
Let's get started. First, we will activate our virtual environment in which we have installed the libraries. Now we'll import some of those libraries: NumPy for array manipulations, matplotlib to plot images and graphs, and different functions of the Keras library. We also need to import the helper functions. Okay, here we will get all the constants, the class names, the number of classes, the image size, which is 32, number of channels, which is 3, number of epochs, which will be 350 for this notebook, and the learning rate, which is set to 10 to the power of -4. Now let's fetch and decode our training and testing data and print the size of the dataset. Okay, so now that we have loaded the dataset and the constants, let's start with the machine learning part. In this video, we will be working with a pure CNN model. You can read more about this model in the paper that I have linked here. In a pure CNN model, we do not have pooling or dense layers. Instead, we use only convoluted layers to get the job done. Now let's build the model. As you can see, the total number of trainable parameters is 1.3 million. Now let's create the model checkpoint and compile the model. You can check out the previous video in this series to understand what each function does and what every parameter does. Now let's fit the model onto the data. This time we'll run the training for 350 epochs. Once that is done, we will evaluate our model, and as you can see, the accuracy comes out to be 84.96, which is about 6% better than the model given in the Keras example. Now let's see the model accuracy and loss paths. Here we can see that the model is probably starting to overfit the data. Now we can improve this accuracy further by bringing image augmentation to the picture. Augmenting the images gives us access to potentially unlimited number of images. Let's see how we can do that. Image data generator is a function in Keras library which performs image augmentations for us. We can provide which augmentations we need, and it will provide us with the augmented images. Image augmentation happens after every epoch, so the model never sees the same image twice. Here we will randomly rotate our image in the range of 0 to 45 degrees and randomly shift our images 20% in any of the directions and randomly flip our images horizontally. You can play around with other parameters to get an even bigger dataset and potentially improve the accuracy. But remember, this increases the model training time. Now let's build our model again. Create the checkpoint, configure the model. Now, to fit this model to the augmented data, we need a different function called fitGenerator. We pass the augmented dataset by using flow function in the image data generator and pass it the images and the labels. We provide the batch size to be 32. Next, we need to provide the number of samples per epoch, which will be the number of training images divided by the batch size. Then the number of epochs and the validation data, the callbacks and the verbosity. Now after this command is done running, we evaluate the model and see that the accuracy is increased to about 88%, which is a 3% increase from the normal model or the model without the image augmentations. It doesn't look like the model overfits the data looking at the loss graph, so we can run this for an even larger number of epochs to get better accuracy. Now let's plot some of the misclassified images, and we can see that most of the misclassified images here are ambiguous, like this picture of an automobile or a truck as predicted by the neural net. So that's about it for this series. If you have any recommendations or questions, please comment them below. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel by clicking on the button below.